Before we get the TDC Development Company is offering genuine and affordable flats for sale to the general public. The flats are located 10 minutes drive from the Tema Motorway Interchange. They include studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom flats, prices starting from as low as 65,000 cedis with favorable payment terms. Coming with spacious parking areas, commercial and recreational centers. TDC also has ultra-modern 3-bedroom apartments at Site 3 Community 1 of the Stadium Road, opposite the TDC head office, gated, well-planned, in the city of Tema. TDC is also offering in Community 24, close to Trasacco Springs, the Discovery Homes, high quality, and coming in 2 and 3 bedroom types. Call TDC today, 059-691-4432. That is 059-691-4432. Alternatively, 0303-206602. TDC, leader in the real estate development business. Prospectors Ghana says to ask you if your ward has gained admission to a senior high school or any institution in Ghana. If you're looking for school items like chopbox trunks, student mattresses, suitcases, check materials, khaki materials, Gary, oh yes, Gary, shit or what have you, reach out to Prospectors Ghana. Very affordable prices and available for both private and public sector workers on credit. You find Prospectors Ghana on the Graphic Road opposite Toyota Ghana, Accra. Give Prospectors Ghana a call, 0500-600-607. That is 0500-600-607. Prospectors Ghana, your one-stop shop for all your stationery and school items. Newmont Seminkai will say, among Smobia say, Yemambi recruitment. If you receive any information that Newmont Ghana is recruiting, it's a scam. Don't fall for it. Simple as that. If you're looking for any job vacancy at Newmont, check out their website, jobs.newmont.com. Stay vigilant. Don't let anybody lie to you. And reminding you that Goyle is still offering your prepaying Go Card customers interesting discounts on both fuel and lubricants, and also free life insurance cover provided by My Life Insurance. So visit a Goyle station or office today, or check out their website, registration.goyle.com.gh. Individuals, corporate bodies, family and social groups, join the Go Club today. Goyle, good energy. Yeah, you do. Bruh. And this one says, happy 11th birthday to Nanaya Achineba Kwachi of Providence School Limited in Abavana. Enjoy your birthday, Nanaya Achineba Kwachi. You're 11. Slowly, big girl. Menko Studio B na menkudin komoka krebi na membra Sam Kani King Ali Awudu Ewaha Anope. King Ali Awudu President Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana. King Maji Boko there. Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana Kubea
a church for pre-tertiary. Se oba Ghana Education Service a church for recognize me miensa. Who the teacher unions.
Okay.
The NAT, the NAGRAT, and the CCT Ghana. A church for Yakuma, a church for more KG, primary, JHS, any SHS.
Oh, I see. And no Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana.
Duly registered under the laws of Ghana.
Monkomo be about economic challenges and COLA, cost of living allowance. Non common it is saying.
I mean that's a bebre. Imreka kreni no. Yanyina beji atumu se. Senior Nioma El Koso or Menumono. Ano den kakra.
Yeah.
Yeah. afie twem 2001 and a year negotiations for base pay. The negotiation for base pay no Ghana mrachre say employment minister NAD nim inti mrebia no Honorable Ignatius Bafuewua and the CEO of Fair Wages no more di nim. Unions ni nyina ya kan ye ho abom a ye frɛ ye ho the Public Services Joint Standing Negotiations Committee.
Edino wa papa.
Edino wa. Na last year no ye call ye no Minister of Finance sa negotiation no nka ho nanso baby. The Chief of Staff on Kahun so baby. No mo ba ye no mo dia disrede bebre ebetu ye nim e kire ye send ye COVID ama nioma akoni chikakra eni send ye nioma eden nti omo ye omo adweno krapo sanka ye 0% for 2021 and 2022 na say no de enya de be ye inflation no enye 0. Omo kasa ya na agitu mu say Nioma minister aka eye finance minister said 2022 we no ye benya stable economic conditions, fuel prices be stable, or be housing wherever at the ama public sector to help us in our rent and all that. Nioma be bring do good table so and e gina so je 4% for 2021 and 7% for 2022. Sesi amini wo ka sei 2022 no first quarter no kra nyanko awie na so 7% no aye completely eroded. Amini wo ka sei inflation number 15.7. Purchasing power of the Ghanaian worker no especially teachers no ekofom bebre ye nyina ye nim nioma ekoso efa fuel price increment so day in and day out. Teacher for do na the public transport I your friend trotro na ekwa edwuma ya tutum and so many things. And no na the unions in education yes CCT Nat Nagrat and Tew your trokoma Minister of Employment say and who be here so near betnase na ya pay cost of living allowance kakra edia mayen sine be betmi twetwa ye ho ansa na ya negotiate 2023 base pay. Na ya de letter na ko ye share de nya moaye bia in free the sector ministry. Na senie edwumayefo no enwinwi eni senie omo keka omo nsene se na ebufu si wo mu no ye mpese ye benya ene labor unrest. Ye mpese ye benya any upheaval especially in this period. We have even thought to say senior niomesi kono anka bayankasa through the Minister of Employment anka by now no wa convening the Public Sector Negotiations Committee no mayatena se ahwe how best ye betumi aye bibi ade cushion the public sector worker. But it appears to say obia ye din nanso obia so nim senior nioma esiko eden na ebe fi say ye fi say mredu was say ye bibi kakra edeboa achechirefo kola asam na ebi abapen in the era of President Rawlings. Economic conditions bi ba say my kola made the pushy. In 2013 the then president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, so we had challenges in the economy. Say, Mama, some 10% cooler, may the pushy for that particular year and all that. Until we are asking, say, in the minimum year, no, a buying bomb de na yantanase, na share how best we can cushion the Ghanaian worker, especially the teacher.
Area Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta Bekasa. I don't know, Sam, where the Dinkita will be and I say more expectations be on the Abekanumana.
Yes, and so about Bekasa, but most of the time, you know, Finance Minister Bekasa or Bekasa on the general economic conditions, which we believe say, and yes, so much different about telling us a hunchra a womb as or mine, any possibly reasons in tier economic indicators no kwa na ekosro and maybe ways and means government feels to say yɛbɛ mitigate ɛno ba ɛnkɔfa mba nyinaa no sɛ yɛka saa asɛm no nyinaa wie na Ghana adwumayɛni no kɔfa baeɛ no ɛni hɔ a onya akumatoyem ɛnyɛ adwuma no sɛneɛ sɛ nti at the end of the day no we go to our schools bɛhu sɛ teacher ni gyina classroom instead sɛ ɔbɛkyerɛ adeɛ no na ɔne school nkwalaa no ɛɛka na ketua ho nsɛm Chairman General isi papa
na wo teacher ni adentina ne school kwalaa ba kwedi wa ketua ho nsɛm
teacher ni gyina classroom wobɛhu sɛ wayɛ so frustrated me kan ɔkyerɛ government ɔkyerɛ economics no de abɛfam how teachers living conditions ɛyɛ so poor Chairman nansenya na Ghana Education Service Western Region edi krata bi kra ba say we need to pay some 10% ɛwɔ bungalows a yɛtinem
na sɛ saa deɛ na ɛwɔ hɔ dadaada
saa deɛ no ɛwɔ hɔ dadaada ba yɛdi kan ama Ghana Education Service at TRC so many years and in our collective bargaining agreement to ɛwom say teachers or more occupy very few bungalows no ɛwɔ schools no your situation no a bit peculiar in the sense say public sectors workers ni bebre wɔ hɔ a so pon bungalow no okotinemu no detached from the workplace into ye adwuma wɔ place A ne bungalow no wɔ bɛyɛ place B nti ɔbɛyɛ adwuma no na wapɔn etu ne car akɔtena bungalow no mu na wapɔn adwuma no nanso teacher ni a ɔyɛ senior house master ɔyɛ house mistress ɔyɛ house master ɔyɛ head teacher no ɔmo ne nkwalaa no na ɛte school mu hɔ akɔyɛ te sɛ prison officer ɔne prisoners ne na ɛte efi sɛ wɔama prison officer no antena prison hɔ a ade bɛkyerɛ na prisoners ne nyinaa adwane nti senior house master na ɔte school mu hɔ no ɔte school mu ɔsɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a ɔbɛnwɛn nkwalaa no nti school upon na other teachers akɔ fie the teacher no ɔte school mu hɔ no he is continuing his work and nothing a man in quite so on thing in secondary school pay. If you the presence of house masters, ni senior house masters, no, still in Kulani bisu to me for bisu who war, Janiko Krum and all that. Inti a bit to me without their presence. Wow, into no obia all this kind of job.
Jumana Moyeno. Muni kanjin to Muse. Magia to some between 10% dada.
No, in 2006, the directive was issued. But here in Ghana Education Service, we let our employer to stand that caveat that has been released, every sector be one peculiar circumstances. Then we will ask our house mistresses, our house masters to leave the campus. Omunja school, omunja bungalow no school mo.
No trying.
Oh, said they have places to live. Some of them have been able to put together 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. And obi wa 10% now usi on tuano of the base pay no. A bet to me bani says can bet to me rent a place for him, which is less. Another problem is
teach any bank. Any bit you are rent baby 2 years advance. In all sincerity, based on the salaries you earn.
Oh, teacher, if your base pay is still 2,000 cedis, 10% is about 200.
It's 200 cedis.
And it depends on where you live and the community in which you are.
Ote, Accra.
Because it depends. Even in Accra, you can get a place where you can get 200 Ghana cedis a month. Even in Accra. It depends on where you are in Accra.
Which will be more decent saying school on?
The bungalows in the schools, some are decent, some are in extremely deplorable state. And the teachers now put no renovate. I'm telling you, the teachers no renovate. And as I said about 2006, as I can say, the bungalow now able to 10% of base pay should be partly furnished.
By whom?
By the state. But the teacher for team there's nothing in it. Will be BBR. Another problem, Chairman General say base pay no are not equal. And our teachers also don't occupy the same bungalows. Inti say me were 1 bedroom, what we normally call chamber hall. Na me nua 2 bedroom. Na say we can say we should pay 10% of our base pay. It is going to be a cheat on the part of the person now our 1 bedroom and now your single room. And our base pay no are not equal. Say me base pay 2,000. Now would get 1,005. Now say you 1 bedroom or chairman a hall in the school. Near saying you 10%, make you 150, we bet you 200. Now,
would it not be better some Boka go dinkita home after we home?
Yes, we have already talked to GES. GES the communicate by say or money by meeting, but our meeting no enyambaso. But what we are saying is that the education service have a very peculiar nature. For example, we allow drivers to live in senior high school campuses. If you say in the night, akwala to me yare. Now was said driver ni na wa pon ejuma homachi on na yere na mada no. I was so free ni fie no ko tu ka do fa akwala no e de ko hospital. Sa adwuma we oye we nyan man allowance bia wo ho is extra duty. The driver is not paid for. So beka say they are not timu no. On send to 10%, then he will not see the essence of the extra service now or render because of bungalow not team.
Now driver and yes no soon to
everybody who lives in a estate bungalow.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is what it is.
I see.
That is what it is. Intino currently no chairman general mumbo na yanka bi na acheche for sitting munye. Honestly speaking, aketuano ha adwen Emma acheche ni bebre enya akumatoyem emfa anya ejuma no.
Mame kan bibi about our rent asemi na me ogun say na me Ministry of Finance circular no 15th May 2006 na base say you are expected to pay rent of 10% of your basic salary and now can right. I see. 3-bedroom flat. Okay, at the time. All right. So I tell you, 50 CDs a month. Okay, so. Okay, all right. Okay, so it is still the 10%. Okay, right. But say no from 2006. No, let's just say amount for 50 CDs up to today.
As at the time, now circular the buyer no. Now there were people that were not paying at all.
A bit you have 50 CDs.
Yes. And some were paying. And Chairman General supposed to that from
25 CDs.
Yes.
A bit you have 18 CDs. 80. How realistic is this?
Yeah, that was before 2006. The state realized it said people are living in big bungalows. So because we were a few 3-4 bedroom big compound. No 1250 CDs a month and what have you. So that circular came. So such a circular it must be sector specific. One, some of these teachers are living in single rooms on campuses and are doing a whole lot of work for the school, even throughout the night. In Kolakwa prep, and all that.
Now, your mom allowance be for that.
We are not giving senior house masters. House masters. Your allowance be a fair responsibility allowance. Chairman General is just about 80 Ghana cedis a month.
Well, whatever it is, your mom allowance.
That's what I've mentioned to you.
Now, your fair
responsibility allowance.
So why don't you go and negotiate for an increase in the responsibility allowance? Why would you do that?
Chairman General, that is exactly what some of the things we are craving for.
Maybe me my advisor, but in commander you know. Say in Kamemi and teacher for Nibia coalition of concerned teachers. If there's something like responsibility allowance, I didn't see the Nkonko say a responsibility allowance probably should be about X% of your basic pay.
Responsibility allowance, Nankasano, it is fused. It is fused into the base pay.
What I'm saying is fused into the base pay.
It's fused into the base pay. So when we negotiate base pay now, you negotiate base pay now. Next year, your base pay increment of say 7% for this year, 7%. It automatically means it's a responsibility allowance. Also have also been increased by 7%.
Good. So Nyami Bisane say, more negotiations no. Adding na munkita with the monka say be a responsibility allowance no. It should be X% of your salary, right? Now a beer rent allowance no shave it off. You stand say yeah and you manage your hoya and the furniture. Why wouldn't you be softer?
Yes, currently we don't have rent allowance, but in our conditions of service, it states that the employer may provide rent or accommodation when it's available. So when you go to your secondary schools now, kakra na ewo ho no, some top level teachers are taking care of the schools no, near their mom. But Chairman General, I understand the angle you are coming from. But when it comes to base pay negotiation, it is not only about the teacher unions, it's about the organized labor as a group. So it is negotiated together. But what I want to put across in this
say dynamic team de muntia.
Yentia.
Inti muntia no say aban so say origin by force amubetu.
Oh, you betu.
Na makwatran
you better baby. Okay. Now how they will govern the school after school have closed around 2-3 p.m. No, they govern the school or they take care of the school.
Inti na enkola na school no omuntra school ho sa.
Omuntra ho because
inti mo person mo tra adanum for free.
You see, and for free because school na yet no.
Inti mo betua saying.
We will not pay because we are in the school for a purpose.
It is for free.
Yes, for free. We are in the school for a purpose.
Okay. I want to understand where you're coming from. It's school for free.
Sure, we will not pay because we are working for it.
Electricity and water and
the teachers need to. They pay the bills.
But rent.
So because of that, electricity company as some meters prepaid.
Okay.
Formerly by credit. And it was added to the general school bill. So the ECG have gone to the bungalows and have changed all the postpaid meters to prepaid meters. Say as soon as when you are that particular apartment, so for those ones they pay. There are some schools omu yusu deep well.
Anything.
Borehole.
Okay.
In that case, the teacher may not pay for water. But where it is Ghana Water Company that supply water, you pay those bills.
Okay.
You pay those bills. And as I said earlier, Chairman General.
Yes, sir.
Achechire is a very noble profession. And a teacher for Imbre Pino, we have not asked for too much. Teachers generally have not asked for too much. And idea about when higher ni say, ten be able make it demand the biano, whichever government is in power no, it take the number. In Tobacco, so we have about 350,000 educational workers. In Tiemo, Bia 100 cities Ukraine near the multiply this number now, a scabi bring team to me. But it is not the fault of the education sector. Say teachers, say you or more dorso because Nipa dorso, schools dorso, population no we are building more schools. Into definitely no, we need more teachers to educate the future generation. Entire day at for Ebedoso, and we need that political will of a government. All then in Sababo no one can say, I want to do this for teachers in order to alleviate.
Oh, yeah, sure, say into your policy, teacher ni be an penisa.
Pachaman to assume is any.
Into your policy now, Kano. Oh, yeah, sure, say deep down, teacher ni be an penisa.
Oh, now why now? Yes, you uncle to Eska. Now said there's opportunity, say, he will not pay. He will not pay, but we enjoy the facilities of Bakasompe.
Because I'm just thinking, say, teacher ni na ote abang bungalow na yamao extra responsibilities over here in Kwalaso, obetinit in your move school. Yamao apartment, they be a 2-bedroom apartment. Ubitia was at 10% of your base pay as rent. Now it's your electricity and water. You would prefer more so high down ukurum. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, what I'm saying is that Chairman General, you rightly said it. Your man apartment, send a or bear extra responsibilities in the school. Remember, sometimes students even beat teachers to death.
Well, very rare occasions. Yes.
Because of the extra responsibilities that they are doing. You understand? Recently, we heard of Konongo Dumasi and Kwalami Enu That is when even the teachers are around and are monitoring events. So when the teachers are not in the school, you can imagine the chaos. So you cannot keep them in the bungalows to do this job and then tax them. That is our position.
Yet you give them responsibility allowance. So it's not as if say job namu for free, is it?
Oh, you see, Chairman General, a senior house master's job, 24/7.
I agree.
It's not house master's job is 24/7. And it goes far beyond this responsibility allowance that we have. Because responsibility allowance, it be suma form master. Form master, no, and he doesn't live in the school. Form master take care of only the class. On also responsibility allowance.
And it's since 2006, Muntuya. Why?
First of all, how is the payment going? The payment is supposed to be done through controller. So in the first place, it is even the employer who is supposed to collect the data of the people who are occupying these bungalows. Talk to the people because who collective we are. As soon as Panikasa say, you are quite usika. Na you beti a be at 200 Ghana a month. Would you like to continue to stay? And I until 200 Ghana a month. So the employer himself is supposed to gather the data, talk to the people, send you to controller for deduction. The employer shouldn't expect to say, Nipa notice the Newmont channel like to an suni dino. Or no casabe sorako controller can't any say, me 2-bedroom apartment iti, brabette me 10%. The employee will not do that.
Assuming say are buying since you're given the way to go. You find say buying and arguing so okay. This is the way. Yeah, a coalition. Yeah, just a figure. 100,000 teachers. Of the 100,000 teachers, maybe 15,000 and I take apartments various schools. It be a headmaster, it be a senior house master, senior house mistress, whatever it is. Beginning it be 1st April 2022. You start at 10%. Mobile muntia, but you better from source into bedding.
Oh yeah, we'll have a way we'll go about it.
It's going to be deducted from source. So what would you do?
It's going to be deducted from source, and we also know exactly what to do to get it stopped.
Mobile strike.
As for labor unions, we have so many arsenals at our disposal.
But the strongest one is Mobile strike.
The strongest labor arsenal is strike. It is like a nuclear weapon. Just like that. Before I bet to and no, not just say all avenues has been exhausted.
But you've just told me here, sir. Mobetu akwatena krume. Inti muntu akwatena krume. I didn't number strike.
No, I'm saying that we will not pay.
Yes, and you're saying that you won't pay, but if
government insists, if government insists, that is when we will leave.
So leave.
If government insists, we will leave.
Don't you think it's too much of a hardline position? You don't think so?
No, it's not a hardline position. The government should reconsider its position because it will not be good for the welfare of the team. Kwame.
Yes,
sir. Chairman, it's not easy. There are some educational workers in there, many workers say they earn 650 Ghana cedis a month. And that in today's Ghana, the cooks, the boarding schools, the kitchen staff, the laborers, the pantry men, those people. Some of them are earning 650, 700 Ghana cedis a month, and the figures are there.
Now, Pantryman so anti school.
No, I'm giving the general perspective of the plight of the educational worker.
Teacher, because teacher wants some yeka. Oh yeah, no general the is a different conversation. But we should teacher ni.
And that's exactly what we are. Maybe the teacher.
You are the president of the coalition of concerned teachers.
The diploma teacher, who currently is the lowest certificate holder because set in as if is fading out. Do not have a take home of even up to 1,500 Ghana. There's the senior superintendent too. The senior superintendent too, and that is in today's Ghana. And you see, these bungalows that we are even talking about are very topicy. If you take teachers in total, those that are occupying the bungalows will not equal 5%.
Okay.
So majority, in fact, some of the schools do not even have a single bungalow.
So, you're fighting on behalf of that 5%.
Yes. Part and the cola is for everybody.
No cola, they say you'll be.
Yes,
but bungalows not some na make us say. In TFN say 5% of teachers or Ghana coalition and it's 5%. No, I tell me because oh yeah sure says mukase mu tu a obi ma measure.
Oh, if the agreement with our people is that we are not paying, we will stand on that stand and let government know that we will not pay.
You would rather move out.
Yeah, we'd rather move out.
Or you go strike.
We moving out will not be in the interest of government. So I don't think government or the Ministry of Education will also like that we move out. And in all this, let me say a very good morning to my minister this morning. Namin Shanede. Ni mami akabebi nyankopon ya adomo a memri there why enumi ye bekwa ko janu kwa bre
onim se ni mami akabebi na why hard one so ha sa
mami fa kwa wisna me country honorable ya was say do chum say on shade na on use all the powers. I know a lot of things is done for teachers in the short period our office. Na on moyen na aban my certain percentage kakra. Na few months ya kaya no from April up to December no aketuani nkosoro kakra even by a pint. Na yentumi fan twitwa ho. Kwa me ne diesel has crossed 11, super has crossed 10 per liter. And there is no anything that indicates say it is going to end anytime soon. The purchasing power of the teacher has drastically reduced, and day in and day out, life living things are becoming so difficult, or it is already difficult. That is all that we are asking for. So be a ketua ye no kasa wo be TB crowd akotua rent anko ne won konto kwa wo. By day mo and so ye pe bia ka ho ne esa ba be TB mu a na dia asem we ni nyina no eba no. So they should help us get the cooler and that will be fine.
Well, my main kind be back home. Abrante be your friend Vincent Asigri. St. John Bosco's College of Education, Navrongo. Please tell the gentleman that the entrenched position he's taken is his own view. We will not pay should not be the ultimatum. This payment of rent can be negotiated through dialogue between teacher unions and government. He should know that leaders speak for and on behalf of their members, and whatever he intends to say should be thought through first. Before they go, we won't pay, we won't pay. Vincent Asigri, St. John Bosco's College of Education, Navrongo.
St. John Bosco College of Education is a tertiary institution. It's not part of the pre-tertiary. And they are not part of our union. Their union is SETAC. So I'm not speaking for and on behalf of members of SETAC. I'm not speaking for UTAC. I'm not speaking for TUTAC. Okay. I'm speaking for pre-tertiary.
Okay.
Maybe those in SETAC, TUTAC, UTAC, they are okay, and whichever things, whatever it is, they are okay. We are talking pre-tertiary. If he knows the deplorable conditions some of these teachers are teaching in certain aspects of our certain part of our country, Chairman General, there are villages and towns in this country that even Google will find it difficult to locate. There is a school there, so there are teachers there.
I think my friend in your studio is not explaining himself well. It's not only secondary school teachers who pay rent on government bungalows. University teachers also occupy government bungalows, and it is not because they take care of students on campus. The 10% rent on basic salary, I think, is discriminatory and must be reviewed, but not to say we won't pay. I think it should be a fixed amount depending on whether you live in a single room, 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom. Else, if it's a percentage of basic salary, it means every year teachers' rent will go up because every year base rate goes up. Sasa from Takradi. Asamana Mekano, enye bini say, don't you think say negotiation you better saying we won't pay?
Chairman General, this gentleman Felicia Okai, I've explained that already. After all they said, say, you cannot say you are charging 10% because people don't even occupy the same bungalows. I've mentioned it here this morning. Say, bimu there a single room, bimu there a 1-bedroom, bimu there a 2-bedroom. I even went ahead to say base pay no enya equal. So even if you are taking 10%, na say meme wo cheme ho, na me colleague wo cheme ho, na say base pay no enya equal. At the end of the day, no one will pay more than the other, which is discriminated. I've explained that one already.
Okay.
But as a union leader, we believe that we in pre-tertiary education, what we are paid as our base pay and what we take home as our take-home pay is nothing to write home about. And therefore, this 10% being taken out from our base pay again of those occupying the bungalows will not be in our best interest.
In case you just tuned in, King Ali Awudu, President, Coalition of Concerned Teachers, Ghana. Nyama minuti true and yakahwasem cost of living allowance aye kola or say or sre abain say emomodia na mo cost of living allowance no kakra emegusu na teacher for amocha dem ewo kindergarten, primary and secondary omonsa etimi akwa amanom na no any here dikan and me bisa Ghana about rent here. Ghana Education Service omuntia 10% of your base pay. 52,006 base in ne obi entua na no King Ali I would say hopa de yentua. Moye den yentua. King Demi na beka twa na men sorry so na me panelist ni komo.
Me chia mative watiefo nyina inkankan coalition of concerned teachers me na cheche for more Ghana nyina. Any all the national officers ni me regional team. Na mefa akwanya we so na me chia me director general of Ghana Education Service because on my permission come in to betina because myself I'm a teacher in the classroom. Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa and any two deputies. Lawyer Boate ni Dr. Tando. And we no maka say aban enim the state of the economy no ye dance na nim na aban nim achechefo aketua pre-tertiary sene sitie ene nioma ekoso wo man mu sesia no sene asetena no esia ye den nti ebesre say ni manim ye Minister of Employment through the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission omomanyen sie kunwa na yehwe kwan ebefa so ebenya percentage kakra in the form of cola na dia cushion the Ghanaian teacher.
But I say, but before you go, Kwame, tell them, let them move out and see the difference. People who sell toffee or toffees in traffic hire rooms, you always ask for increase from government, but you say you won't pay. Chairman General, is your guest aware that there's a tax law which mandates the deduction? After all, the maintenance of the place is done from government funds. Joe Agape. Recently, the past students of a Cape Coast school had to spend in excess of 60,000 cedis to refurbish the headmaster's bungalow, which had been left uninhabitable for a number of years. The headmaster was patching somewhere until the refurbishment was completed. Under this scenario, what moral right does the government have to impose charges for use of the bungalow? Osafo Kantanka in Adringano. Chairman General, are you asking the poor teacher to pay for his accommodation? Whereas you know that some public officials who don't pay anything for the accommodation and they earn more than teachers do. Chairman General, talks more for them why the teacher too is a person. Edward Ejiri, aka Captain from Takrade, sent that one. Okay, so that's about it for this morning. King Ali Awudu, a President, Coalition of Concerned Teachers Ghana, on an mini anopay. Okay. Dr. Sribo Kweku, good morning. Okay, this one says, Kwame, I've just tuned to your station. Your guest should please know that every government employee staying in a government bungalow pays 10%. I am in one, and I know what I'm talking about. I see. Well, I'll say about teacher for the end there. And yeah, crack. Okay. Good morning, Fire. Have a beautiful day. King. Yes, I mean, Kyle said a 2 p.m. more board meeting. So, please remind King of our board meeting this afternoon, 2 p.m. So, you know, they send me. Anna, your friend of Chiami.
Okay.
Okay. Kwame, how come they don't talk also about self-assessment as the quality of education has gone down? Is a responsibility of teachers. Nana Fredia sends that one in. And then, let's see. Can you please ask the gentleman in your studio, why is he asking for salary increment from the government but at the same time saying they won't pay for services they render them? What will happen to Ghana should every government worker say we won't pay for services they enjoy? It sounds unreasonable because all workers pay for the accommodation. Sir Gadus sends that one in. All right. Minfa and Komachucheni see her na Anna I purpose okay bibi.
Okay.
Your parliament, you know, what my rent allowance?
What my rent allowance?
You.
Yeah, my rent allowance.
Patch of my minka say you make out. Now say we MP. Now says Kara one second. Now say Wakomao minister. Now say Kwatsina a bang dengma. Says Kano, who are two options. Others are found Kano back to government. Parliament chairs. And now say Oba pese down so wako hide da wa. Oba tenem a onkwatena aban bungalow.
Okay.
My adwuma ewo PWD, my adwuma wo Metro Mass Transit, my adwuma DVLA. Aban dwuma ye ni biara a wote aban fi biara no utua rent. Na what was source? The son of person what to chichafu yi. Na say what na we a won say aban dan ma we highway down one till. Inti yourself no clear say obia because no be can see adan na chichafo. Na see yet say obia ya aban adwuma ye ni a what say aban dan mu bia no utua rent. Say won say aban dan ma obi o ha ni level we do o say aban man dan. Aban man dan so wa ma wo dan a until and as allowance yadema abang adwumayefo for rent no se woti abang dan ma unya bi se wonti abang dan mu a wode ma chichafo no de no ba bi amene union leader ya adwene kakra kwa amene se
yo
me so me wabusuafo bi a wo ya chichafo a wo ya house masters ne house mistresses a kwa me one school in the bungalow nti dormitory na wo twa de baabi aye no quarters kakra chamber ho bi no ote ho it ka say 10% na teacher ni bia ote school mu ho enti a 10% so wanya free am teachers
yo
nti wanya assessment so what say bedroom apartment mu a beje wo say what say school in dormitory now your head mistress and now head master na e wasa wo ye house mistress inti I was say we school no ma yan access down na wutimu no na yan hwe so mfa nyew since e bukwa kwete with 10%. Na afei my union chairman pen me wa metro mass na the whole Ghana nam ye union chairman
yeah
na me people who union for be push you we push you I was say mo so union executive no mo tena na mo access eni ma wo pese mo fight ma won no na mo hwe ni ye na mo ye ma won ebi o honsi a obetumi adi anim aka no union maybe abeso tifie ono wonya adwene kra e say 2 bedroom bungalow na 3 bedroom ewo school mu na oka se yentua yo majority this na aban de me nti o say me tu na me kwatena krom na anopa bia me froka ana me tofu algumi ka mu na me ba adwuma na 3 bedroom house no so aban de na ya na e full sen ni amia be kwakọ high wo krom no nti se me ko high wo krom na ne bo ye den sen ni ametimu wa aban fi no na fie wura bia ntete na na wode wonan si ha ala na ohwie su bu ha na ba bia makonya dan no nso metua transport ansa na ma ba adwuma nti won se alaja ali kasawa hai se ni bitu wa no sunu gujamu se aba se ye ntua na se ye tua me kwa kwatena krom na me foro ka ba adwuma na me kwa rent dan a ne bu ye den sen 10% of my salary nti me sere no se 10% ne da braka me nkua anka won kwatena se ni access obi a dan a otim na yanka se a minimum of 10% na mun per dan a otim no because me so me wo onua o ye chicha ni a o ye house mistress remember no a maximum of 10%, sorry, a maximum of 10%. Means mo chicha ni o ye onua makosra ne pen o ye house mistress na o hwe kwana bi o hye no e school say that need dormitory for house mistresses nti why girls dormitory no ngatwa baby and one guy in chamber hall come with all the facilities and o hye mu ho e say say I was say kwan bia so teacher ni ba kuti mo fra ne ho school no say teacher ko so ntu 10% a why fair to that teacher nti yenya sa assessment no na yentu so na say yentu akra de obi a so obi afia
yentu
Chairman General.
yes sir
You see me clear cut explanation say obi oye aban adwuma no or those bungalow facilities no oye adwuma ni wi a or the touch no ko bungalow mo ko rest. But when you come to the pre-tertiary now, to say example your ma ye, the senior house mistress now, you did not share dormitory in channel. You did not show also on monitor nkwala to say in koko. On monitor mude because akwala no baku pe wo teach ma. That senior house mistress will be held accountable. Mr. Teacher dear ewe Duraman senior high na ba Barekese senior high school. Na yenya serious incident wo Barekese senior high school. Ya ma midterms and nkwala no ko fie. Nkwala no back no wo ni Barekese no the Barekese dam is there often I supply Kumasi nsuo na dam no I created some small ponds eya na nkwa na dwane akwa kodware wom authorities na ya still omu dware kodwane wom kwala ni free school ba ye pe na so sa ne nanfofo on the blind side of authorities no mko so mko dware in just ana any information say ya kwala no ba ko wakoto nsu no mu hu no and ye call krom there some fishermen in town and omo ba ye omo be dwura nsu no mu na mko yi the dead body no e de ba ye the school have to call the dad omo frɛ ne papa no se o wa bedru fi omo ntwode ne car e refi obesi ne ba o school ye bia gate ama no nti o ka che headmaster no hold on on park ne car on ne nkasa na headmaster ka che ne so ombre school si a na this what I say how say sell embassy me ba o school me say the head teacher no and the senior house authority na school no ho se kire no because the parent believe say or the akola no abehye monsa e na wako into teacher situation no is a very completely different than a university lecturer watch nkwane adwuma awie ade awie wakotena obabi they don't really care about the so because they are matured.
Is it true?
Yeah, no.
Remember, we've made your point. No, Chris teacher ni school be more Ghana ha or 3 bedroom or 50 cedis a month. Is it true?
I don't know of any such. And as the secondary schools, no, a lot of the bungalows are not 3 bedrooms. So
no, maybe so.
No. Currently, currently there's no payment. Majority are not paid to the best of my knowledge.
No, now me partner say 10%. No, teacher ni be wa 50 cedis. Me boy, it's possible.
Based on his salary.
Yeah.
If your salary is 1,000 cedis Ukraine, you will get it will be 100 cedis.
Don't let's do ifs and buts.
Because if it's 50 cedis, then we are trying to say the teacher earns 500 cedis, and there's no teacher that earns 500
what I'm saying is that based on from 2006 figures nana omuyusun.
Okay.
I am revising.
Okay.
Teacher ni bi wo honne o 50
and
cedis.
That can be possible.
Is it fair?
That can be possible.
Is 50 cedis a month fair?
Chairman General, you are even talking about 50 cedis, and we are even saying, say, based on what the teacher does in school whilst living in the bungalow, no, we should not even be charged at all.
But only say Auditor General and the Public Accounts Committee and a recommendation say muntiasadi.
Yeah, they will do the recommendation because that is what the Ministry of Finance have directed. However, if we as a sector we are able to talk to our employer also talk to the sector minister, the Minister of Education, now say it goes through a process. Things can always be revised. The Minister of Finance, it doesn't live outside the boundaries of Ghana. So they can issue a letter and make concessions. It's possible. You see, remember say, now say legacy arrest. It was 2013, and the then Minister of Finance, Honorable Setekpe, also a issue caveat to say moving forward, say forward by Juma, Namre so say betua woka. Nasa arrest near more than 3 months. Yentua 3 months. Na dia bekano. Yentwentwen so ansa. And the confirm bebre at the buyer. So some of these caveats that are issued by our ministries without knowing exactly the thorough research that have gone into it, sometimes bring some of these conversations that we are having.
Interesting. Kwame, my base pay is 1,500 cedis. I work with the Ghana Armed Forces as a civilian employee. Trust me, if I'm given accommodation inside Burma camp and I'm asked to pay 10%, I'll be very grateful. I live at Kaswa. I go to work at Burma camp every day. My transport cost alone is something else. The teachers should be grateful and negotiate. Well, you don't add your name. I pay now, so okay, baby.
Now me can say,
don't happen anywhere from one.
What am I making we now?
Normally, chairman is interrupted.
Chairman,
which is true.
Me marking we no me jade back. Na Alhaji Ali Ekesi.
And Pacho or King Ali Awudu. Onya Alhaji.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Ali Awudu Ekasano.
Me also Ali nti Alhaji Abawa.
Ekasano. Okay, same be na. Na ka go me address say issue me family so. Mama say you can say teacher ni be ye house master and a house mistress. Na Ojutomo said that extra responsibility allowance be a. Me 2 for say sika ni sha one employer no kwa trans na one ka ho 7 1 to mama won say okay say and you teacher for you at school no mu no and they house mistresses and house masters.
Yeah, that's true.
It say what can say otrema yentua na say obi ono so at school no mu on your house mistress on your house master because schools need be akese schools akese no e bi bungalows need be brave to the extent say teacher for be tima o mu need additional responsibility bi a omo ye nti omo nye allowance je onko negotiate na sa Ghana citizens no want to mama won na what can say wuntu ya hade a menti ase
chairman honorable who say the position say yentua no is a negotiation. Remember in 2021 negotiation no government came with the position of 0%. Yentua hwe efanka the existing salary no. Yes, when you do the skills of negotiation in negotiation somebody can come with bare hands say I will not give anything and the starting point the thing is 10%. So somebody can come with a starting point of 0 yentua. And you should also know say some of these public sector workers now more occupy bungalows no omoji rent allowance. Now obi oje rent allowance no say ten is 10% no kra na per the analogy you honorable Mayena it's not much of a problem. Teachers don't take rent allowance for example. And me people are comparing to other sectors but I am zooming in on teachers and pre-tertiary education for that matter. But and paying no.
Yes.
Nobody takes rent allowance in pre-tertiary. Nobody. Nobody. Not even the Director General.
Dr. Ben Ochiankra. Dr. Ben.
Yo, Chairman, me say. Bakwa kameba kana mini ayepe akan say better. Say teacher for no. I say me a bit biased because me a teacher and I won't hide it. I was a muko negotiating for better allowances, responsibility allowance. Because ni awo kan obiba akopra obiba asema to no hwan ya see ye be hold responsible. Ya ma 80 cedis isa. Nti ya hwe kwan ya fa so a ne employer no e be din kita ho ne ya hwe say obetumi increase sa allowance. I will never agree with you though I'm a teacher. See you say you better na about them yemtua. I will never agree. Why? I won't agree.
Okay.
Say you better na about them yemtua. Tama empire hina member studio ha me kan say aban dan ni bia enipa team na o hwe the level of deterioration reho enti sanka yetua ama say aban na ati o hwan na agi o enu e benya see there's no right without responsibility. So let's be responsible. Say yetua you are contributing somewhere. Say bibi say ya betia ka say na me dan plumbing works a woman I say mumra me yamaye nipa ni piti mu a ono say aban dan you know very well say e dan ni pi ya tremu ama na say enti say e koso ye ne sane ye na ba ade ba kwa menti ase ye say omo kan asem 2006
yeah
and again I won't agree adan ya tra ho atel now ndi omo eje omo Arrears omo yes kan no who do this. Why crown and this argument in the first place? Say, see a bed, your bed use car, Anka, Yen Tum, maybe a few time we echo. And that 2022 Obi tried then 2006. One unis car. Come on. Whoever has that mentality, no cry, or nobody will have that money. For how long? Enti yan hwɛ ne nin komoni menua no me teacher ni yentua ne de is a non-starter. I don't think so be our
as I said it's a negotiation
especially when others are paying. If there's evidence other because the beginning point they say you are a government employee other government employees are paying fairness until bia ebetua ne mum yente so kakra na ne edi kan no responsibly adwuma na moyen truthfully aban cannot even pay. Because obi na don't go find nani so onhwe obakura oje say san na say nkomo ne ko say duma na ye no ene bra ya bra nyi ho akatua na ye no.
So that's exactly what I'm saying.
Because anadu 11 anadu 12
that's why we asking for the cooler for example
obi yam kana this is what they call hospital.
Sure.
There are times that you have to leave your own family and attend to these students. Agreed. Munyintum say mbetua sika ne bi na mmom e bia amount no but Arrears ne de say Minister of Finance so say whoever is responsible omuntwam. na say ebe say 2022 and now they are quite 2021 po near see ebe mo motua but minim how many years say almost spread the from 2006 on between you to year
enti yema enu nshingu
yes
ne anka say ne amwana di no muninko
na going forward
na ne aka ne yebebo ho ba
yes yemo ho ba
kwa me nyane say letter ni indicate say who to arrest and
the letter indicates say the thing started from 2006. Yes.
You are now going to.
But the letter did not say whether you should start paying from 2006 or not. But the letter said, the policy started from 2006.
Well, in fact, let me be honest. Letter ankase Arrears.
Yes, letter did not say we pay Arrears. It said that the policy started from 2006.
Yes, but letter ne kai almost say identity 2006.
But your fundamental problem.
Meba, can I say? I
didn't necessarily from 2006.
Mijitum say a na controller.
Yes.
GS, Ministry of Education, or be.
Yes.
But teacher for.
Yeah.
Let an anchor say with your arrears. It's winning with your arrears. I don't know what is that.
I'm misinforming the public.
Oh, we are not misinforming the public.
No, King.
No. Let's be.
Also, when you sympathy for them, say,
no.
Yes.
No.
Otherwise,
no.
We are not painting the right picture.
The letter said, say, the policy is from 2006, and that since 2006, they've been receiving queries and they've been going to the public account committee to answer. So the payment must be made. Now, the letter did not classify, say, yeah, shall sell from 2022, and I shall sell from 2021. Yes, the letter did not give the letter did not give a date of implementation.
Exactly.
But the letter said that the policy started from 2006 and left it there.
But in Ali, who can send you? We see Tiana among Tiano, yet we teacher.
I said so.
Because it was said, employer also prepare data.
Yes, for the deduction.
Controller.
Sure.
Employer now, yes, I don't know.
Sure.
If you can't blame the teacher for not paying.
Sure.
It may be just say, maybe the idea behind the letter, they say they are now going to start the implementation. But the mention of 206 in the percent, why you say, yeah.
Yes,
to date. Now, failure, but chance. It's a lady.
Don't worry, go ahead.
One is a maker's responsibility allowance.
Now, and part of the letter. Almost unrealistic rent charges. Patrotio. Ministry of Finance circular number blah 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 YBB of 15th May 2006 require occupants of government bungalows, flats or quarters are expected to pay rent of 10% of their basic salary. So it is not just about teachers. Okay? It continues. Review of the school's rent ledger reviews the following rent charges: 3-bedroom flat 50 cedis, 2-bedroom 25 cedis, single room with a hall 18 cedis, and normally details na come. Now, economy kakra, no reason was given for charging this low rent. The management will not be able to carry out maintenance on the bungalows. We therefore recommend that management should review the rent upwards to enable management carry out regular maintenance of the bungalows. Failure to do this, management should submit the names of the occupants so that deduction will be made at source. It goes on and on and on. So, when is some of the reasons? It's Ankase. Rent arrears, yes. But this is the situation we're faced with.
Yeah. No, this is the 2006 letter.
That's what I said. 15th May.
This is not the letter issued by GES recently.
No, that's why I said 15th May 2006.
Yes, it's based it on this. But what you are saying here right now is GES letter me issue and say no. Some baba charge 10% this is no. Are they coming to start it from 2006?
But they didn't state that.
But I'm concerned raise about 3 bedrooms, single room, chamber and hall with 10%. No, we say let we can address that issue.
Yeah.
And let us say yes. So yes, 10% across.
No, before then, no, these were the figures that were being paid. Before the 2006, yes. So before the 2006, not 3-bedroom 50 cedis, 2-bedroom 25 cedis, up to 18 cedis for way. And let me say, there is no reason. There's no reason that was given for these unrealistic charges. You see, so that was before 2006.
When the teacher for no point, a bank will point, employer no point. 18
cedis for a government bungalow. It is a no-no.
That was before 2006.
Yes.
Not after 2006. But honorable, 50 cedis. 50 cedis as of 2006. If we are looking at multiple effects in terms of economics, today, 2022, it will no longer be 50 cedis.
No, of course.
But I don't know what you have said. If the payment, I don't know what you have. But Chairman General, the facing problem in transport sector, I'm saying ministry.
I say it may not be the situation today. Fijai Secondary School, Fijai and the Mabuding, and then 3-bedroom, 70 cedis. From January to September 2021.
I had it from source. I know it's on table.
Maybe, but I'll find out soon. 2-bedroom 50 cedis, 1-bedroom 25 cedis. I'm just checking if it's from source. Yes, I think it's from management. Names of staff occupied. Okay, I'll look for from source. Okay, it is supposed to have been from source.
Yes, it's supposed to have been
but
from source.
But controller not.
Then the school has requires 75 no cry. And you are dear poor budget. And now to me,
Maza, 3-bedroom 70 cedis.
And I tell me, maybe say, Okofa plumber. Onyam to material.
And the second one got 3-bedroom 70 cedis.
70 there is not reasonable. No.
3-bedroom 70 cedis.
Chairman, I've said it here. Say there are some of the schools currently we aren't paying anything. There are some of the schools, yes, that currently we aren't even paying anything. That is why I said earlier. Said the point will not pay that it has become an albatross this morning, no. As I said,
the Benya albatross one kind. One kind say entry, and I'm a
yes, it's a negotiation point because I've been asked to go and negotiate, and I'm saying that the point say mean Tiano. It's a look.
0 is no point.
It's a point.
Also, 0 is a point.
It's a point. 0 is a number. It's a point.
Well,
you see,
yes,
it's a point.
But yes. Start with a point.
It's a point.
Okay. See, prior Okamboma, teacher unions, no, doors. Doors because new one said I've never been happy about this. Ghana Medical Association remains strong because of where they are and what they do. Na ene not concern one. Sometimes I feel like
we are three.
I understand.
We work together. You've seen issue letters as teacher union.
I'm one of you. Me more advice is
oh, that's fine. That's not a problem. But we work together. This issue of yes, this issue of Kolaya BK. We issue we have a common letterhead before teacher unions.
Just from one of the union. Yes, it makes your point, your front weak.
If you want to be strong, come together. Just an advice.
And because we are already together. We work together as teacher unions. It's not true. We work together as teacher unions.
But
you see, we work together as teacher unions. So this morning, 2 things. Me, I am more on the cooler. Even than this rent, because rent we know teacher for mere beneficiaries to this rent, you know, about 5%. It's just
Mate, yeah, that's it. Interesting conversation this morning. King Ali Awudu, President, Coalition of Concerned Teachers, Ghana, or no, King Anape, that's it. One of them are Aishi. On the downside of life, this one says, Chairman General, my sympathies to my very good friend, Mamiya Asari Pamford. Mamiya Asari Pamford, yes, Maunu Obusian Fonina shedding if he a queer free, your very good friend, a queer free sends her sympathies to you, Mamiya Asari Pamford, on the passing of your dear mother, Mrs. Cecilia Equia Teria Ajiman Asari, aka Fatau. Someone shedding. Peace 104.3. Now, interestingly, time you didn't come on. Now, me compare a West Regional Director of Education. So, I'm not going to sign the first letter. I did to credit that buyer. But, anyway, this one says, Kwame, University of Ghana, Legon is still charging 50 cedis for 2 bedrooms. Because 2 bedrooms 50 cities, the second me talk about
Chairman, only say zooming into Niaodia to your Newmont of economic challenges.
Wait there, Mr. Zooming in, my main economic challenges that Messambe here. Mrs. Felicia Okai, a West Regional Director, Ghana Education Service. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Mpacho, it is a.
Mpacho, yes.
Na Mpacho, we are West Regional Director, Ghana Education Service.
Mpacho, yes.
Yeah, yes, so now the country first letter I the bomb wing now by I am pa.
Mpacho, I am papa. Yekoshia Public Accounts Committee. And they were afraid. So 2021. Teachers were paying, they all kind of cry at the highest. 70 and 50. People are paying 10 cedis, 15 cedis.
15
for accommodation. And if you ask Mr. James, the public accounts chair, they were so furious, insulted the Director General, insulted us. That same 2026, 2006, and this month too, they brought another audit that we are still charging this low. That's why our bungalows are run down. And so we should act as management. This letter we wrote, there was an attachment. I'm surprised that they left. That one was to compile for us to know who are the heads, who are the housemasters, who are this. They picked the letter out of context.
Now, Mpacho,
and are running with it.
Mpacho, Mrs. Okai.
Yes.
Much wrong. Original letter no have Felicia Okai, Mrs. Director of Education Western Region. Also, third paragraph. You are also to ensure all arrears owed are collected to avoid audit issues. Arrears from when? From 2006?
Arrears from 2021. You know, we are talking about 2021 audit report.
So not from 2006?
No.
There you go.
No. So, in fact, the teacher unions, when you look at letters, they are insulting me. Nobody has even come to me. And nobody even picked the attachment. They just picked the letter.
I see.
And then they are running with it, making aggressive submissions. There is an attachment where we said they should compile. So if you look at the down part of the letter, you will see that it says compile. What are they compiling? There was a second attachment to it. You didn't pick all this. We are compiling to know who are the heads because GS, nobody has ever charged a head rent. We don't do that. And they know it. All this, the auditors were saying, was about the Tengan. Even there are schools that are paying this low account. But because they have paid, it didn't become an audit issue.
Okay.
But this became an audit issue because 15 Ghana, 10 Ghana, 25, and yet you are not paying. That's why it became an audit issue.
Wow.
If they had paid this 10 and 20, this thing wouldn't have come up.
Now, how come say no muntia? Say it's supposed to be deducted from source. And I just sanity.
They pay to the schools to help the school maintain the schools. And the heads, each time you meet them, like when we go around, doors are hanging, there are no nets, a whole lot of issues. And when you query the head, they tell you the teachers are not paying, so they are not able to maintain. So when the teacher leaves, I'm happy I heard Kenalin saying that they needed money to renovate, the teachers renovate themselves. Who did it? It's their own colleagues that left. And the issue to it, a lot of teachers are not even on compound. I was at a place and teachers were telling me, Madam, look at them. We are paying 350, taking transport. We are not complaining. You 15 Ghana, 20 Ghana. So they should demonstrate for such people. Let us be realistic on this land. You are paying 25. What is 25 in today's Ghana for a 2-bedroom accommodation? When auditors are saying, even that one you are owing, all that we are talking about is 2021 audit report.
So how come it's been made to sound like... It's been made to sound like it's from 2006.
No, the auditors made reference from the 2006. Like 3 years. That's why they were insulting us. That we as management, we are not implementing what we are supposed to implement. And we take the blame. If we had made sure right on 2006 we were doing the right thing, I don't think we would have gotten to this stage. So they made reference to the 2006. But even this current audit report that you read, it's for 2021. That's January to November, where we went for the PAC, the Public Accounts Committee session. And now it has come again this February. And we are so, I'll ask Ali, when it's time to go to the audit at Parliament, maybe he will go. Yes. Because you go and you know a parliamentarian, sometimes they treat you like you don't know your left from your right. And so we were just responding to an audit query. An audit query. And now Felicia Okai can insult the people insulting my person. And they're all people I know. So it's so painful. Nobody at all. Even as Kinali, whether he has called me to find out that, oh, Felicia, we saw this. What is it? And then if we wouldn't have gotten this, you just pick a part of a letter and you're running with it. The attachment says compile. So when we compile, we know these people are ahead. These people are house mistresses. These people are this. And then we go about it. Even in their letter, we told them all that is there. That our rules are not that we take 10%. That's why we are paying this 2010. They have not complained all this while because they agree with us. We are on the page. That's why they shouldn't behave that they know more than the management. We feel for them. We talk for them. That's why we are compiling all this to take. Then they know these people are ahead. These people are this. And then they will not charge them. You didn't ask all this. And then you are running around.
Auntie Felicia Ajobre, why? Me also what charge you do? What charge it? But thank you for your time, though. At least now we have clarity on the matter.
Thank you very much.
Have a beautiful day, regardless of the wahala.
I will. Thank you very
Thanks
much
a lot.
for the opportunity as well.
Thank you, Mrs. Felicia Okai, Western Regional Director, Ghana Education Service. Lawyer for bro, Phoebe. I'm going to say respa ipsa loquitur. Say, Bibi, res ipsa loquitur. Bibi, something like that. The matter speaks for itself.
Yes, I can't. Mami and Sana can I leave behind?
I said res ipsa loquitur. I hope I got it correct. Something like that the lawyers use. So the matter speaks for itself. Because also King Ali Onimino.
Chairman Onimino. Idea about Mr. Namakanse. Parliament. It's one of the institutions that say me the me show mumwa edu ba bia na omoni ye ni bi eham me say enhwe ne ha Chairman then na Parliament Public Accounts Committee fani so obi aye mfumso ana bibi anko yie na omoba ade na also omo kaseti nipa na betena ho na so the sense omo di omatem
menti so omo di omatem
mami kan mami o kan say so omo kasa against her person
eno mo di anye
nti se MP unso obi kaseti a wo person na woni beji ana hwe obi yade na nya yenka ne mo kwanya e fa so e beka no te bia ya ndi se dia sebi atiatia ni atete e de nipa ni bi omo hwe e kwan mo fa so omo ye adwuma no me de I support them 100% and can say sika akofa obi sa say obi aban sika na omo ndi sika ye niam sebi enye no omo hwe na omo mo ame enjiji sa sika ni nyina Chairman, approve so I shall.
Approve so, but Mammy, as a former MP, now come away arguing. Off air, number catcher will say in your papa and tea. At me be up. No moment, come at the side in the banner say Ghana Hayaka corruption will be added and such politicians. Yeah, it is out to Public Account Committee. Now, shall never be a course. It's corruption. Say yeah, politician and civil servant. Not just one year. Who could share mistake in near maybe a sanko be and 1 year. And they are not Emma even echo of her. But yeah, won't control one temper, Emma, because a honor will be ashamed. Now will be himself as an MP. Into pronouncements in the by one guy in the Kakram. Because come to our embassy. It's what to read see our politician. Who's now what office are we in?
He will be from Ministry of Health. Now,
but I'm saying, one case MPs know why you are also teacher colleagues now were speaking against her person.
Okay, say public account committee now next time no kinali make paper no go representative of public account.
Dr. Ben okay be na we try
chairman an opay say finance minister on the mining bekasa
bracken what
printing time no here say service akonya bi wa de mawa na nka wonya nka wo ministries be on my chairman education, interior, finance, to the health crack or can one say Eddie. Quite near Fasoa, your economy near I could do quite first thing I make finance minister last week me kind or say roto no mutual ha abino and when they should reinstate, they should reintroduce the roto. Nanka be mpo anko mfa kakra ntare ho nia na yetua 1 cedi nanka aban se obey no 1 cedi 50 pesos e bia coins sem ne ade omfa nko 2 cedis kra ye nyina ye aman ro aye koso nyina eto enom de chechere oman inti roto ne de is non negotiable on hwe se on betumi de aba na sika kakra ye da anke
but am di ba 50 pesos de enjoy
50 pesos. Just a yes card, and to me more. Name Empono chairman. Mintias ye besin no. Say Rose Minister. Say your paper no one. You could read the budget. Say October was November. Was you come from that time till March. Si can't keep any and take it to me vanya. Kumasi kwa baby a etu no get me vanya.
Return.
Yamasika na ashie bukwa. When the tune is half foot, when the man is half foot, Mintias ye. And the finance minister also all here. Your economy no. You see, I didn't know ya children. Near my says here and root on here. Another thing, free SHS. Me quarter or baby, me shada as any minimum no. I did Bansky, a boy me a catain him. The child no more cow what I'm saying, me are quite in the dinner here. I then see what can say, yeah, review free SHS. Yeah, review. From the one I had to buy, me see, and Yemen be free SHS. Me can in there. Sankaya pen number 1 person, I'll be agent. An ambassador to free SHS and can me to me also. Minim bra me bre ansana me wie secondary school. Me ko secondary school na papa ka baby. Paying school fees no na nya edu. Ne pamu ye school fees, ye pamu ye o kono, o classmates some disco musua de. O kono se da fie na o ko fa aba na e ho asanka ye de aba de da. Ne se kona kwaji bra. E tell bia na awreho. Nti ye ka free SHS a me fo aso. Na mom aspect bi wo ha ye pam uniform e de mankwara. Dabi yantete niamani bi yanyi bi mfrim
me koka yesi ye
me se me kote me na me kantro me kote ba bi a ye horo pa me di me koka bi ya de man shem ti me shada ya se na maintain ya cause na me do na me shame mask ma ye di enti ye review free SHS in sika na ekọ no eso enti ba bi wo ho a na emwa yanhwe na yanyi niamani bi so America, almighty America okofa trolley e de fa o bag Chema ye tuyaka Nigeria heya ye nuanum Nigeria o fa twali Ghana free ne doso dodo
o Ghana den doso
me see free ne doso maka ayo woni me ya adwen afa woni me nya adwen so
o se ba kokro be bi na
o mo hro Chema na teacher ni de ye di watema we de FM di aye fam da bia Nigeria heya trolley ye tuyaka Ghana bibia free inti mesre me see freebies no yanhwe ne yentete niam no so afi yanhwe ade ba ku ministers na sabe ye need sign wom ana ye hwe wom ye hu wom time bia enya ministries nkwa ministries departments and agencies Kokrokoo board ko he V8 dudu esi wo ko Bank of Ghana ko he V8 dudu esi wo na nipa no dudu na panifo o man ye man V8 ana se enfa ne se SUV ye wi ani aman saloon oh say oh be kwa saloon ye beto ama ya te so fofofo nti VAT na ka service e be mu kra from cross country who be tu kwan na nke de ko na minister no ofri ha e ko Legon or VAT ofri ha e ko ha public universities vice chancellors ye to yes you ni mana ya sama saloon saloon okwa e beto ama nti me vice chancellor bia ne na you know ne ka keto na e to man when you see more than 10 times in 4 years all kon ye to man ko here price ya de beto so depreciation
obey them so a big mind
Chairman, na me say I'm na me ta say ye go na ye ma akoye one side dodo me when parliament goes on I will say it. I'm one of the few. Me say, oh, now parliamentary man is come to talk. Now ye den. Now obi fi say we also oba ha odi kia euro betumi aba. Ye kan no korek kakra. Ni adwuma no ni ye de man no de ye na kan de ye mfa ma no. Na excesses no na me hwe say e kwa be ne fa so e bete so.
I branch be your friend Dan from Accra or boy Chikakra. Yechi asking we journalists and media practitioners or say the teachers' rent matter was caused by one of your own journalist friends. Yeah. The day the letter came out, the media outlet invited Mr. Angel Kabonu, to react. Maybe if they had called the director or a rep from the regional education outfit, two-sided, it would have been different. We need to consider national interest in reportage rather than being sensational. Daniel in Accra. Thank you, Daniel. Good point. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Kwame, do you know that in Germany, education is free, but parents buy their awards uniforms? Asama mi kwa kaya new, nyami kaya new. And I can say, Mesentimu, so start your juma after 5 years. So, what said to say?
Policy Ankasa every 5 years I was here review.
Intiasama mi can ye. And Dr. Benny Ekebiama.
Chama unim. And young one because of senior politicians Nankasa, Eddie won't come. Because eba ye say na service yes ye read kakra o. Obi asma what can I say? Obi kokan say ye review yes ye. Or cancer dia or per se at the twam. You see, I'll be for us review dia or the na quarter dia and bodge. Yan the yano. Yan cannot quench your kakra. Me say, young free SHS no young and na ministry department agencies no. Chairman, obi a minister. Na ya man fu no, you limit and once here dia manu. Say Tom card ko ani aka say bia vehicle no we ya ma saloon ya sama SUV. And no kwa and I say to me the bufu anu mo obi akeke. How about the usage? Let's see how we can reduce the wastage in the system. Here, me modi, me ne aban penny mu pa ye pon e bia off air me catch. Echo radio station ye ko ye program. No so ba another sister station. Na onoti studio na all church nsemu no. Ne vehicle engine so. Na bibi sa na say o me kofa Constitution of Ghana na ma be reference. Me kwa na bisa driver say na dey na jani was so me boss say o person obeba na car ni mo eku. Na me say onko da fridge mu. Onko da fridge mu o ya bremu. Sabi say wan kasa usika na o dey to fuel na. Eti ka be ye nia wo ye. Ono abuneti ye by udu ya unumuja.
Na o say Land Cruiser no near diesel no. O say unique sound be. O say ni sunu de pa. Inti o ha je. Na e sinisi so ate runa.
Finance minister let's cut the wastage at doors.
Interrupt. Now, say when an engine ran at an idle stroke for a long time, you are causing damage to the engine. Idle stroke, you say, we found 9 cars straight and they are now setting it run by 5 rests per minute. You are causing damage to your engine. Into what's a car this is an engine running for so many. I mean, no, we're wrong.
So, and young there are a number of areas. You better any at so, maybe any time a man to coin the the economy neco. Neko bases are by betia. Would you walk co any man for business class? Any penny be a brunty or first class?
No,
oh, yeah, excess is no dozen. Maybe so. When na air say, Suswampa or mine is cano, ye be using ye, and ye yason faso. No be qua or the handbag nanamo. Intis our sank yato back one yato mienu. Hotels in be or qua, some way mienua, modidian mubia ya charge you extra. Yam mayanim quite repi, me say, young other agencies no so yam ya nunko. Ni we kwan yan fa so a ye be block the wastage. Ye we kwan yan fa so a o man sika no na ye ni o man mu na custom officer obi e betua duty 600,000 or so. Now, on no free independence, oh, dear Brana, 2.5 months, Nanny, I can hear Quanya Faso, a Quanya de Befaso. Nipana buy a chamo only punishment, the man. The transfer, no, if he port at no headquarters. Sankaya Mia, Bananka, me once a woman, school prefect to her. Young kind of crunchy and hookakra. Again, young here say, fighting corruption, it should not just be rhetoric. And yes, say, ya no can keke. Because a dear say or mayo. Sikana yasi ni ayenya no kura ensuye nso kakra na eba no hey nipa bi de wasa won srem na me onim say I sometimes ntie won ma sredi say hey chairman no was won support blaster omuko appearance fee $20,000 na we have a catch teacher ni say on tighten the bet wa bra wo wapam jarabia madam $20,000 ye dey am say appearance or appear no koye den Comoros, something island where I'm crying, almost near 20,000. Into bed, and I cried the every young here other countries, Brazil, Echo Bobo, UK, Echo Bobo, players, your mom say. And that is why I will always support somebody like Neil and Van der Point. Or better say, Muji 10,000, Mamma 5, Munyai. And no Muji, so in the other year, Sandia got 10,000. I hate to have appearance fee. Last time, Moko Bobo, and Cafes, no bones, and Nipedia T-shirt, just any idea, Yakuma near BBA. This young Bobo crow be on Pong, Kind Pose Bobo. And yet, cry, Minister of Finance, yeah, say about 40, I'm not so sure, about 40% to 45% of Sikana Etua on fuel taxes. Yeah, say, aban betumi aboa na watete niam so kakra na ye ho ahare aban ma nani kwa agriculture so say ye hwe ni ya sika ye de kra nkokɔ kosua ene aburo sika ye de kra nkoa no se yetumi adua ya de wo ha ne aye ye niam yi a emo a ye kra ba o man mu enye sika ketwa enti na ma ye dollar no eni ahoɔden dollar na ahoɔden kɔfɔ nso pɛ e ka bibia
da bi dollar na ahoɔden de kɔfɔ cedi na ahoɔden na kɔfɔ
ye cedi no ahoɔden na kɔfɔ against the dollar enti sɛ ye yire ye ho aye nia yankasa ne ye di ne edua ana ye nkɔ kra dia anka ye sika na ahoɔden ankɔ soro kɔ anka be gina faako emo chema emo dodo pa ye kra ba o man mu enye aduane ketua wo. And so we are sasia dama Ghana pena baby mo grain beto bi atumi fifi.
And so you say enuamo.
And na enye mobo anya werho say ye kra je na fi Burkina desert. Ye kra je ne any tomatoes fi desert. We came consequence we are from place. Abanyire no ho fa ne niam nsem onfa akonde nsem broni na order that oh don't put subsidy. Okwa America they give subsidy. They give nti kwan ba ne ye fa so ye me ye nin kwa agriculture ho e be boa ye e kwan ye fa so a economy ne benya ahoɔden ene se ye be yire ho se ye be reduce import se ye to me export more ne reduce importer economy na ahoɔden na papa ye ode by former president was say grow what you eat what you grow ye check statistics that time no on mine economy ne na wa ahoɔden enti ye nyina obi a waso di na minister of finance o waso di kesiye o mena ni nko GRA sika kesiye na oba foreign companies ni amom exemption Ghana ni company de eno asi emi amunim ye age woni ye hwe wa ye behu increasing and widening the tax net no ma ye nya ne say eno so brofo ne aka na kakraka na mesi ni kwa ye adwuma na omuji 70 ni 80 so e bi mo je 100 Ghana oje 100 Ghana a month no oje minimum of about 2,000 onu on to your tax. Now no near any my hard say ye kwa e be hu ni pay no controller ni pay 900 ni attend tax. As I say everybody should be prepared to contribute. Now ye nyina ye be ready see e betua only when we see say kakra na ye tua no sebi we put it to good use. And no dear ye nyina ye be boa na ye di anu ato.
Obi se men kan cho say that a comment about say customs officer BG bribe no. And patrol she say na oyesa o say omunyo mudin.
Oh, I know Munina. I said there are a lot of them who are genuine.
And I said, about specific person, specific event. Yes, I yes, happy. Now the quota na from Munina. Into where they also any team.
Yeah, monk or any person. On Yana or can. Yeah, some me what was for a more custom. You shouldn't go that tangent. On mine, yeah, when I go wrong, somebody should prepare to tell me. And can you see Kasem media? I'm passionate because a quite fast way you Ghana Sikano, you Kurano, and yet leakages no doors.
Maminko T. Maxwell Kofi Jumana Memra.
Honorable.
I'll say, Kwame, the message is simple.
Oh, boy, do my papa.
I'll say, see Ghana, hear Ghana,
good.
Wear Ghana,
good.
Eat Ghana, and drink Ghana.
Yes.
We do that, and Ghana will be a perfect place to live. Simples.
Simple.
Maxwell, Kofi, Juma, Enedi, Eno, Ebaye. Kofi Ghana. Sir Obama in Pokwasi says it's about time we cut down on the freebies in this country.
Yes.
Teachers and nurses training allowance must be relooked at. That social intervention has outlived its usefulness, especially now that guarantees for students' loan, which hitherto was a major problem, has been replaced with a Ghana card. I see no reason why other students should use loans to fund their education, whilst others are given allowances. Where lies the fairness or parity? So Obama, you see, at the end of the day, they are here politics.
Yes.
It's the politics of it. And then they are doing
because all the name no say ubitwam now they buy.
Okay, so ubitwam now they buy now so they are buy.
Yeah, one year the be so many.
And the best so many. Din. If we stop doing the politics with every single thing, probably, just probably, we'll have a change of heart. Dr. Prince Kofi Pambo, baby, I want to pay. I wish you a happy birthday. God richly bless you. And Mr. Spring Benson, wherever you are this morning, God richly bless you. Happy birthday to you. And this one says, happy birthday to Lance Corporal Hilda Akusia of the 4BN, wishing her all the very best. Last couple Hilda Kusiachiman of the 4BN. Okay, right. I pay Brembia and I mean sorry,
I said
yes.
My company, Miss Ankandio, the best university in America, yes, say Harvard, to your school fees.
In Harvard, you need to
yes, say, and the best, to your school fees. And even the biggest 4 public universities, you know. You see, I didn't know I was a Kolebu, I bank to your workers. Kolebu. But Madame for me, I can't. Madame for you in the hospital, what and try or MP. Oh, this tall doctor. Are you? The hospital, and yes, cow, and you know, one of the hospital. Now, we are Kolebu teaching hospital. 37, yes, a regional hospital. I bind it to your workers. And Tizikano Munya on the other.
Kwame Odia Hinka Kwame Abu
na June Samuakwata or Maryland or say a little humor but reality. Your panelist Dr. Oche Ankra is complaining about how we import everything in this country. But Kwame, you guys are sitting in a tree radio station and you've been asked to speak tree, yet importation of English in Kwana Moyo. And no opinion in the and Yanuadim. Abraham Juma Odum, former member of Parliament. Now, Etimokwa, former MP, or saying that your contributor is just speaking my mind. We can in 2 years stop importing rice.
Yes.
If we get our acts together. Simples.
Yes. Consultant on the way to Nigeria, halt importation of rice. He's a consultant. And that's what we Ghana no go more over.
And I'm saying Nigeria who know a consultant.
Ghana ni na obo ni papa your say MP. A consultant to that project in Nigeria.
With you now, yes, we
don't like our own.
Yeah, one project.
I don't go to project now.
One project.
Me say the consultant is the man you have just spoken to.
And I mean, I know. And I mean, besides it,
he's the consultant.
What use are we putting him to?
What's that?
Nigeria.
Now a prophet has no honor in his own.
And
maybe say, yeah, or my Ghana, yeah,
Why, me chia, I went if you be, na me chia President Nabade, Chiri, Uraba Umia, and Nanaro Kufu, and the ministers, me chia Finance Minister, and now, yes, I say, don't crow. 1 o'clock pepepe finance minister beba be kasa na ampa president ejatom say ahokyere aba ye nyina ye jatom yahu bi na ahokyere ba ya to aba ma aban say saa ban enhwe na ontoto oman sikasema yen na ahokyere aba no kwame yepo yempo Ghana yeka global village no ho nti saa ahokyere aka yen bi ewiase nyina me hu video bi ekọ viral kwame Germany nipa from oil cooking oil where din ama Europe hiding pa baby a ahokyere wo ho enam nioma external shocks make say covid year be ya economies ewo wiase nyina eye basa na afei Ukraine and Russia afenya afei de be ko back ka ye nyina ye ni nipa bi pese be gya atom se ohawa akoso wo wiase nyina na bia ka Ghana na so yepo kwa me sanete na ba ne sana so we finance minister we aban ha e say wutumi fa kwan bi so abatoto ne ama ahokyere na aka wiase afa na nyina no se be ka okra enka okese nti ema na nado danko kufu ado aban na afibia wo hia wo peduase lodge 4 times omo ye no quarterly of every year bia quarter bia we share we friend extended cabinet na kwa dwendwen Ghana sikasem na minister bia bia e de akire aban no ene ne opeso ye ne oya betuma ma economy no akwa ne ide wo kwa no na tirimupo ade achipa ne se ahokyere abawi ase nyina na bia ka Ghana no ye be dan ne ye hwano na Ghana fo ho ha won kakra na kwa me fi joda pepim ne ya bobo nsem ni bebre so na ni nyina be speculations na ye be review na wa case what 2 billion bi be so na what say when no one can 2 billion what say kalkum ya je no wakwaku anu enti finance minister na ya de oman sikatu nyina ahye ne nsa so toto ma yen no oba be kasa minye na anum asem enka e wa afiri so na mom no so obi say dan no be kan metumi speculate say anya hwe kra no be ye di say obeka yen monetary policy rate hu asem kwame yen hu say Bank of Ghana ene monetary policy committee no ehia na kwame wo hia no wo de abetu gwa say na yen policy rate Bank of Ghana policy rate 14.5 na won atum de akọ 17%. No be say no kra ene dan ade kwame ye wo commercial banks bank na ya me no wo ye betumi anante akọ transactive business akọ yisika up and down abana na ye fa no commercial banks no na sa banks yi wo kogye bosia wo Bank of Ghana nchen na once what they go one bank one also pe bosia wakọ akogye bi na say wo kogye sa bosia na since where Bank of Ghana ye Batang bank no all this si hu ma won no eno na fe so na say banks ne bepe obi abosia wo hwe Bank of Ghana susu a odi asusu bosia bonsi hu no na guide won it policy rate no one guide banks no ma mutumi fix won interest rate na fe eno so na say bank bi kwaji sika wo Bank of Ghana nchen a nsi hu a odi man ni eno de fe no policy rate no na eno na aban yi anase Bank of Ghana na monetary policy committee no ehia na won atum kakra efi 14.5% akopim 17%. President Kasano Kase yan moya nga aboso kakra yan tight yan bet ne kakra san say measures na finance minister de betu gba no na ni nyina na de ebi enwen kakra na edura enwen no so ye mofra no we se Kokrokoo oba no be kana papa ma yan esunsunduru bi enyan papa na onuma na kutu onum ya na we de kutu na ma se bi enyan na so me nem se kwa onum bi a ti se ne ya mofra na nya
was it called liver bibi
enyan
you make
I na esunsunduru na wo kwa me na ya no onum nso a esunsunduru ne beba na Kokrokoo no nso enwen nso onum a kwa me na ho beto it is president Amiyati as say ya namom no nenti asa policy rate ba de kwame say inflation drop say inflation that to be akwa about 15 point something percent kwame if
15.7
right na say my policy rate no so ba fem bebre a amanfo to me nya sika bebre nti sika bebre be chesi eniama kakra bi na ma inflation no ekosoro nti aban bi apese inflation ba fama na wo ye ne say sika ebe kromu bebre nipa nya dem fa nto no wo fa kwan bi so abefa sika na wo kromu bebre no ebe ba fam kakra nti se wo ba fa sa kwan no so dia ene no increase policy rate no nti policy rate na about 17%. That's 17%. Na wo kope bosia wo banka afei na bank no so de the profits kakra ni overheads and the risks are over consider risks now this kind of kwakoye risk factor nyina be ka ho no de ama ye be sere banks no akọ 17% mu on farm be toto so nko 30 at least 17 kwara obi banana man 25 me je di say etasom nti ye sere banks no be a president ka sa asem we say policy rate ni ba fema na banks na yi won ani se no wo hu ni ekokora ekosoro pe no ngasa riri no wada ababegu so yes sere won ekọ 14.5% no ye hu ni awoye nti sesi abere nim kakra yi wo susu mfangu so ema gwadifo ani ni pe be ko banks no akwakoje abosia no come ye bibi finance minister na me wan say obeka because asem we makapen we free use ya me say telcos and this one man churches fu bi na mo ye foreign na mo gigan collection 1 cd 2 cds what is na kwa abrochiri no and one a what on fuel ukoto fuel 10 cds 20 cds na dey ku motorbike mu 100 cds na dey ku car mu come say sika nyina what is $100 no dey akwa abrochiri nti one egwadifo no afum dollar kakra na ewo abonten no en na ma dollar no ho aye scarce na se dollar no so ho aye scarce ho aye din a na ma no bo no aye din wo behia sidi bebre ase no watu menya dollar kakra nti nia finance minister be sure sad wo betu ha na mon obeka wo se wo ye bibi fa ho eni se wo pesank ye create forex system bi ama won a woton what crack crude oil de ban.
Yeah.
It is anka yenya crude oil no sorry, what crack finished product, finished fuel, petroleum product na ban. It aka kwame ukoto fuel wo filling station na sika no kodu wan chenga. Won ko abontin say me ko bank ana me ko forest bureau na me ame de me pe akwa dollar na me akwa crack fuel ni bi asenga ba biem. Na mum na ba ni say ye ba be create special system bi ade ama won. Asa nkrofi wasaka CDA wabeko Bank of Ghana na Bank of Ghana tuma bua won na won saka dollars ni bi into 1 year gwadifu ani ankura no enko forex market no enko pre dollars kakra na wo no si yi san nkrofu ni fima pressure na wo CD no so a CD bebre CD kakra bi HC dollar bebre no ebeko fam fami na sadi finance minister mesre and comfort telcos no so nka ho so telcos ni how got credit 1 cd 2 cds na won abuabu anu ya na world profit awo benya no no $100 no wade ko it time bia na cd kakra bi na echesi dollars cd bebre na echesi dollar kakra bi de ohauba na nia meje the self finance minister be ka ho asem no ebe ye special forest marketer opese o create edema wonga what craft fuel if you are breaching ban. Yes, I
don't know I expect.
Ana afi come well yeah be the man importers no. Say be kasi exchange rate no ay 6.5 we are importer anytime be a ukita CD a akwakotu ya duty bia no you be calculate the 6.5 the amount for a certain period if it is 3 months 3 months and also ebeba se na be ya say uko sa special forest market na exchange rate ni say be ko so say baba fam no there will be a specific rate bi a you be use for some time and say na ya changes wo yeah and say be ma your fuel no etumi a stable and me sure say finance minister and so ebeka hu asem come young borders na covid inti especially land borders covid inti finance minister
president not too mu
ya too mu no come no so anya me wan say finance minister beka hu asem na yebue
na finance don't know buye border so no to me border
economic measures no ho into okawia na fe ministry of interior foreign affairs ne wanga yem adwuma say wo bue no wanga ye san say yem bue ni trans akeke kwame ye bue a e say ye testing any protocols bi ho
say me ho edro no castor oil near friend castor oil
yes na enyam pansu ni enu
yes is sending you
80 kwame enu na ye
Kuku from Laboni, thank you very much. Also said
ye be bue borders no na yɛmue ne trust asan sɛ ɛmira yɛhwɛ sɛ economy ne bɛgyina yie no yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛnsan nkɔfa yare nso ɛmfa mma Ghana
na security
yes yɛbue no na yɛbue ato mu na security nso ayɛ adwuma na yɛayɛ covid protocols ne bɛyɛ adwuma sɛ yɛbɛnya testing centers bi ɛwɔ approved routes no na yɛtumi akyɛke ansa na wahyɛn ɔman no mu kwaba ne nyinaa bɛyɛ adwuma na yɛ safeguard na nsɛn ayerɛhosɛm border no so baabi immigration officer bi akɔbɔ no tu akum ne ayɛ 24 year immigration officer na enti yɛbɛbue na ma yɛbue a security bɛyɛ tight wɔ hɔ na afei covid protocols no nso bɛyɛ adwuma na ɛtumi aboa kwame ɔsɛ leadership by example ɛnyɛ me nwa sɛ finance minister bɛ na nso sɛ government appointees ɛne public officers bi including
na ada na
council of state
omi entwe mo nka na asem na
kwame ya nneɛma yɛ expect sɛ bi bɛba yi ɛno ho asɛm na making
na sɛ council of state din de yate
yɛbɛka appointees ne bɛka te wɔn ayi na meka de alenke kinali asɛm ɔbɛka wɔ ha yi kwame yɛsi leadership by example
yɛntua
ɛnyɛ me nwa sɛ yɛbɛsɔre bɛnya ɔkyena no na government appointees akato wɔn salary by 30%. Na saa mmiri yi a leadership by example na aban president ankasa bɛkate ne salary vice bɛkate ne the ministers nyina obi a na afei na obi kɔ akɔpɛ kola yi ɛhɔ na mi hɔ ha kakra na nka menim sɛ kyikyafo no bɛkɛsi yɛn de yɛn pay no ɛnso yɛn dedaw na yɛakɔtew bi wɔ ho nti wei de aban sɛ watew w'appointees na apene so yɛatew de yɛn de no yɛntumi ntew so because yɛn de no sua ɛnso yɛn mmom no yɛbɛ maintain nea yɛwɔ no saa na nneɛma totɔ yi a wama yɛn kola na saa mmiri yi a aban si ahokyerɛ aba nti obiara ɔno president kasa atew ne akatua so na appointees ne nyinaa ate ase sɛ wɔbɛte wɔn akatua so na saa mmiri na obi kwako bi sakola yi de yɛbɛsɛ kyikyafo no yɛn kɛse wɔn so wɔn te wɔn de no so because wɔn de no yɛ nim ɛnso wɔn mpo na wɔn akɔtew so na mu wɔn bɛnyina hɔ saa ama yɛn na yɛhwɛ yɛfi ahokyere no mu a na afei kola asɛm mu hɔ bi a na yɛaka
maate Empacho mami mbo break waha na ose afei mema unje the last afei nefe obisi minkancho say talking about salary cut, the minority in parliament has rejected suggestions by the information minister Kojo Ponkroma that MP should consider taking voluntary salary cuts. Okay, ose afei
na hwana me bay ministers MPs Mr. Martin say majority MPs ni say one day anko wabattle percentage bi but minority fu ni say there be NDC fu MPs ni say one year in fact voluntary obi antumi enforce obi a say chenchene a ahokyera benti kwato wa akatua so into we are within ye irrespective of being minority or majority na me hu say honorable okuchedo abrakwesi ahokyera ba national service fu one constituency so the 2 mem salary ache won say one from 2 hour ngala one one allowance inti say as a group na enye ya individuals ni ebe na kwame me ma ya MP pen 7 parliament na ye nim nipa bi a MPC bi a bosom so a chere so professor ke bi for na private business ekoto na account mu ase na ne loan credit tomato it why now get say on volunteering and cut abekwa account mu na balance na gasa salary na gasa payslip no red negative red was
but how do we know say no quite so want also
enti
you better than you.
Oh, I'm say ebeba you better you say it's a payslip kwere baba abontin ama manfo hu say ampa say ya just sorry not so amaba and then scan so you be create special account to be ebe kom na yetuma you MPs and ministers what to one salary so no and the president the vice no sika no near bed near DA ni na adedi afiko ma ni je samba kwa na so enya me when the abobo hu ya na be sure say no so finance minister be kan ho asem kakra $2 billion be able pump into the forex market no ya can buy if you buy no amount for can ho nsama and also details ni be fi finance minister ha ba sa $2 billion USD no ba kwa me bua because me can kasa na me can say dollar ni our system ni mu na si di ni drawson na si di bebre HC dollar ketua de ma dollar no buedin na ekoba sa na na ma sidi na hoden eba famu nti ni abanre ya ne se you be pump you ma two system no keke there's a channel or there are channels you to me this SK efaso ebi and say banks no about auction through the banks so na be ya call bank abenya eyi bi and I recognize and register forex bureaus no so be to me anya say SK ebi so na dey be special forex market e dey ama importers na be import to
be at the abi aba on this particular matter na meritwa so be we na aka na me say me so we wie da intino meritwa wa no Kwame AJ Poncho Kwame J Sante says for the life of me I can't understand why organized groups like Guta, bulk oil importers etc can't buy forex directly from the Bank of Ghana. This arrangement of selling to commercial banks how I drink because SKAB there are rumors say new be near black market for any day but
Papa say na make any special first market na ye create jam you to go to Bank of Ghana directly nti enko ba say obeko bank and as a forest no wa kwakoto because we this guy go bank hobby three I know say to me find a way through the black market nti how I doing I say me we no metis yet say a bank can say first quarter of 2022 budget okoje e Parliament so the beyer adwuma no wa cut by 20%. For me ye mu say e be ma young budget performance na to me aye adwuma na enya me won say finance minister we kasa ne no obesan aye further cut obesan cut expenditure no so bi ye cut expenditure na Ghana function so no say ye the ba wo ho say oh lot of kan ye be school dance ye cut expenditure across board from consumables to the last item 1 pen na want to make cut because budget ye can item 1
salaries and emoluments
but item 2 goods and services and item 3 na capital investment and it e ho na cut no be kopa nti ye be stress obi a enyere no ho na ye ko cat the etuma ye kwame accident bi si ma me
and pacho also where we intimate may you wear film. Let me say happy birthday to Major General Omani Ejekum, retired Army Major General Omani Ejekum. Happy birthday to you. The good Lord richly bless you for many more years, good health and wealth. Yo, what's accident here?
Yo, kwame accident bi si na me pese me faso bi educated Ghanaians kakra wutie accident si ya Ford any tipper track bi a nipa
for
we nyina ahyewe no wutie criminal reporter yan sa kan say tipper truck no ne type ae na ne type ae no na ofi ni lane mu no call bus no lane mu no de kwahwe mu na nipa nyina egu ni ade na cause accident number 1 are you over speeding because a bus driver no say yes an call over speeding na an ko be hu say tie na pie or oba ni lane mu an ko be tumi aye hu bribi na me stress head on driver bia we drive na ubi situation na you can no fanwuram na o fanwuram a enam drains na was side
anya bebia na obenya nwura
oh da bebia o kwame bibia no asin head on nti abasa na wo fanwuram a car ne besama so to several nipa ni nyina re ngu na say wo de be share head on pa de ha wa adwene kwame number 2 say we driver ni na wo type pa ya ye wo school ni ye bibia fa no weight transfer in brake calculation weight transfer ni say what car we now go break car no weight na wo axle weight no ni nyina ba nimu na abeba front axle no so nti ye fa no weight transfer na say car no the tie ba ko pai say bia offside tie na wo benkum no pai a na say wunya weight transfer weight ni nyina be ko ba bia tie na pai no nti car no wo mpo e be twu akọ ba bia wo tie na pai no wa fi wule ni mu na wakọ the other lane mu ka bia be bia reba be bom na nipa ewu nti ya pacho ya kan ya educated driver say what type ya mfa wo na nka brake no what go pa kwame for clutch na change ba wo high torque gear fa ba first or second na you will not fi clutch no so
I pay we yet driver no automatic clutch why
member come say me educate Ghana who say why you track and automatic member come me pan I can't know say me automatic one so make na say we
there be memory aso until that
me memory aso no we use manual transmission no but modern say be change akọ talk high talk first who you will not fi clutch no so ka na kasa be ko na control wadwini nyina mra wo steer no so na control steer no utia brake akwame e be ha wadwini na say automatic transmission say you nan fi accelerator no so na fa onan enka clutch no na me wa na fa onan enka brake kwame na fa onan you nan fi accelerator no so na fa onan enka brake no na me wa dwini nyina mra wo steer no so fa wa ho dwini nyina fi steer no ko ba bia time empire you know nobody say we control ko say can be gina come anytime bia we do na be can break in such situation other say we can be some sort and I say be move the other lane e ma car for dey abebom.
Carlos Kingsley Ahinkra, MP Tema West, Michelle Anope. I'm sure we've both had a good laugh on the quiet. Adilai. Dr. Ben Yampona.
Debbie.
Empacho is 11 a.m. or 7
o'clock. I can't make council so and say. Peace FM. Yenye Crado say the Beboa ama Omana Tumpon.
And no one here.
Bibi kakre bia, the best ones bia. Shesuye. Or more individuals are will be and can a private person be a business now or the what one more do my now why do you say ube we muskana na unkwafan in siwi
Debbie
yan share yan yama ye kakra kofu gu abanduma kofu gu individuals nduma yan sachira ya adwene kakra
ma me that's it me chrono on Facebook so
obo chrono so
all the me pictures and me din and why download me na and web Facebook account
if you do so
and now other than crop say protocol o person ko fire service TV me pa cho me nya MPBM protocol one me nya protocol bia ma me protocol and now me ni sa Facebook account no I pay one call parliament and now 7th parliament me portrait me dey call official portrait of 7th parliament mission one call parliament website and no the pa kuna ko yi and no their former accounts for fair the pamacho fake the issue disclaimer against it into bia obehu say sa onipa no ekese fasika bi brana o ma o protocol no pacho me ma protocol me srepa
mate
me ma protocol
I pay and Dr. Benochi Ankra Yadama say next week and once again happy birthday to you Major General Omani Ejekum. Have a beautiful day, sir. And to Pharmacist Spring Benson, enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Much love to you. Dr. Prince Pambo as well, happy birthday.